Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Hello, everyone. It's Anna, also known as thatstarwarsgirl. Waiting for Frank Miller to start. It's going to be a minute or two, and then we will have a Frank Miller panel, which will be awesome. Yes, I did make it to the bathroom, if anyone was wondering. The whole panel last time, I had to go pee the entire time. Shadow Moses, thank you for this. Thank you for the chat. Hello, hello. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. We're waiting for Frank Miller, and he will be here soon. Ooh.
Hey, hey! What's going on, Comic-Con? We're almost there! You guys having a good time so far?
Woo!
Yes! I'm having a good time. How was that John Leguizamo and Peter Murrieta panel? Wasn't that amazing? It's all about representation matter. Everybody here is represented. So this next panel, yes! What's going on? All right, fam, let's do this. Next panel, we got some legendary folks here. We got David Cho of the Cho Show. David Cho, come on
I'm
out
right in
here.
front of the speakers, by the way.
Give it up for David Cho. Yes. We got Scottish comic book artist, Jacques. Come on up here, Jacques. Give it up for Jacques.
I'm standing next to Batman
And last but certainly not least, speaking of legendary, we got famed comic book artist, writer, director, creator of The Dark Knight Returns, Batman. Please give a warm welcome to Frank Miller! Yes!
Aww.
Hello there. Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Frank? How's it going?
What about you?
I'm not doing so bad. I just got back into town. Someone told I literally, just for the audience, I worship this guy. He's a god to me. And they told me yesterday that I'm going to interview him, and I just met him. Thanks. And I just met him 2 seconds backstage, and now I'm in front of you guys. So just to set it up.
I don't trust either of these men.
Frank, I just want to ask you, your parents, what did they think about you being a comic book artist?
I announced to my parents when I was 5 years old that I came in with a comic book that I'd drawn on typing paper and folded over and stapled
Right.
together. I showed it to them. I said, "This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life." And my mother, just without batting an eye, said, "Well, you can do anything you can dream of if you just set your mind to it."
So she was very supportive.
Absolutely, and you know, when I was in high school, I got more serious about it. She got a little nervous because she realized I really meant it.
Right.
And the way she tells it, one time she was a night nurse, and so my father was a real morning guy.
Yes, Jeremy Burt, so much.
On building construction and designing kitchens.
No, I think it's like that dog shirt.
And so they met almost like like Arthurian lovers, in that she would come back in the morning from being a nurse, and he would just be getting ready to go out to work.
I did,
Yeah.
Jordan, I did.
And,
It was
they
glorious.
got 7 kids, and what kind of
Wait, where are you? Are you in the middle? Or this year?
I'm number 5, well, you gotta understand that generation had you know they won World War II, and when they got back home, they really they figured they'd saved the world. It was really time to repopulate it, I guess, because they gave us the baby boomers like my older siblings and the cuspers like me and so on. Anyway, they had these sessions where they discussed things away from, it was the only time they had free of the kids, was these early morning conversations. And they like it said, it was like Lady Hawk, you know. And they one time my mother brought me up to my father saying, you know, Frank's saying he's going to move to New York City.
Yes, it was.
So your dad wasn't so keen because like
it was my mother who wasn't so keen, and my father.
Oh, that microphone.
My boy's moving to New York, and I'm driving him because he was a New Yorker, and he was an ambitious man.
I just wanted to know if they were supportive or not, just because.
Oh, they were.
So when you started bringing home Batman money, the Daredevil money, you shared this with your parents. You bought them a nice house. You spoiled.
I didn't have a chance to take care of my dad.
Your father had already passed.
Yeah, he was gone.
Thank you, J Max.
But but he got to see things starting to go.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. So when that moment when you were like 5 years old, was that like? Because I feel like maybe I don't know how everyone else is, but I feel like I had a point when I realised that this is what I kind of wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, for me in the UK, it was a comic called 2000 AD that Judge Dredd came from. You know, and in the 80s, the talent they had working on that was insane, and I was just the right age for it to kind of like hit. And as soon as I saw that, that was it. That's what I wanted to do. But you're saying at 5 you had a comic, and that's
at 5 I was doing imitations of Superboy and Legion of Superheroes. Yeah.
Oh my God, this cameraman moved his camera closer, and now the mic is making noise.
My mom and my dad to buy me toys, and they're like, no, we're not buying, we don't have any money, so draw it on cardboard, cut it out, put it on popsicle sticks, and that's your action figures. And you know, my parents are first generation, they came here during a war, and they're like, you know, usually Asian immigrant families, it's like, we came here for a better life, you're gonna either be a doctor or a lawyer. And I told them, I'm gonna be a graffiti artist. And my mom was like, that's wonderful, son, anything you wanna do. You want to write? You want to be a vandal? You want to write on walls? And I was like, it was either that or comics. So to have that unloving, that loving like support of like you can like literally do whatever you want, it was very special. But you know, the first time I read Dark Knight when I was a kid, I'm reading it. Maybe not when I was a kid, but I've reread it every couple years. I'm reading it, going, is Bruce Wayne your dad or is it your mother? And now you're here, so you can answer the question.
I'm glad to say Bruce Wayne wasn't my mom. You know, but I'd be an even more confused man if that were the case. But no, Batman was always to me a real mythic figure.
Right.
Sort of representing a kind of primordial dad. But like what a dad is when you're a real kid.
Right.
You know, because when you feel like you're Carrie Kelly's size next to this giant. But no, I wasn't, you know, either consciously or unconsciously trying to recreate those two very real. Oh, sorry. Okay. I wasn't trying to recreate my parents in doing, you know, Batman any more than I was trying to recreate myself in Carrie Kelly.
You are quite similar though.
Oh, you're so sweet. It's the haircut.
So Frank, I have like an insane amount of energy and passion when I was, not that I don't have that now, but in my 20s, to draw certain things, pull all-nighters that I don't have now. I had lunch this week to name drop with Raphael Grandpa and also Daniel Warren Johnson yesterday, and it's like, if we put it into comic book terms, like the spawn meter, you only have a certain amount. It's like, you only have this certain amount to do like your best work, and like now if someone asks me to draw anything, it's like the shittiest drawing. It's quick, it's very expressive, and I kind of like it better now than when I was younger and it had tons of detail and everything was, you know. So I kind of see your art going in that way. I see a lot of Sharpie. I see like, it's like the loosest version of your early work, and I know some people hate it. I love it. I was wondering if you're gonna push it even more looser and possibly maybe even children's book in the future.
Well, I definitely am planning a children's book in the future, but it's funny that you say Sharpies, because it's like I'll use that as a tool to just do the roughs that I trace off from it, but I never used it on my boards.
I just noticed, you know, at your desk over there where I saw your pencils under the thing. I didn't know. I thought you just go straight. So I say no more tracing for Frank.
Oh no, I plan everything. I'm a total planner.
No, I'm saying no more planning. Go straight to finish.
Oh, you're telling me?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh.
I want to see it. I want to, like, you got it.
That's terrible advice.
You should just go straight to.
I'm not listening.
Okay.
There you go. Good job, Frank.
Oh, it's because I'm very architectural in the way I think about what a page is and what a picture is, and if I'm going to draw a car, for instance, I'm going to structure it.
Right.
Because what I like to do is to produce a pencil drawing that's very schematic. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have any blacks indicated on it at all, and then just attack the whole thing with a brush and go wild.
Nitrium, that's what I was trying to do.
I'm very similar. I love making sure that like the foundation is right, and then you can like go off on top, you know. But there's a solidity to it that I think that sometimes when people throw that style around, it can miss something because the
I'm not going to ask him about the candy corn.
Or at least even the sort of vision of what's underneath isn't there, and all you see is like the mess. But what I love about both of your guys' work is it's not as simple as that. You know, the ink. You know, I think we all love throwing paint and ink around and making textures and spatters, and that's to me still like the magic of that we get to do this. You know. But it's not. That's just the surface, and that's the expression. And it's really interesting hearing that there is literally an architectural underpinning which you then just like attack. Yeah.
I mean, I'll
attack
also,
without the architecture.
Yeah.
Also, I've got to say that I love the old tools.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to work with a flexible pen.
Yeah.
And I dip into like, you know, this old-fashioned ink that, you know, but the real, to me, the absolute sexiest tool in the world is a horsehair brush. And it is the most flexible, beautiful tool there is. And that's why I disdain markers, because they're dead. They're a piece of felt.
Right.
Also, I just got to say, part of it might just be being ornery, and it took so damn long to learn how to use a brush that I'm not going to throw it away.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I still feel there's something very special about using
Nobody
traditional
cares,
craft
John.
and ink and paint, and the way it can surprise you and move in a way that you could never really plan. You know, that I think that's legit. Yeah.
Because you never tell customers. You can't. That's why I love spatter. Is that you can't order it like you do really. It's gonna. If your wrist twists a little bit, all of a sudden you've got this strange stringy thing jumping across your drawing.
I want to say something about that because people mostly know my art for like the graffiti stuff I've done, but I haven't really done that in like decades, and I'm primarily a watercolorist now, and a lot of that is due to the work you did with Lynn Varley. Sorry, I have zero information about like how, if it was an ugly divorce or anything. Is there no chance you're gonna get back together with Lynn Varley?
Well, I think that Lynn's mainly off doing her own stuff she did.
Your work with her watercolors changed my life. So.
It was a wonderful collaboration, and you know, I mean, I know I learned a lot from it.
So it's not gonna happen again?
I don't think so.
What about romantically?
Oh my God,
I think
what?
that's none of your damn business.
Thanks, that's fair, that's fair. I'm probably not the right
What a weird
person
question.
to ask this because I have paid no dues.
Candy
You've
corn is
already got
better.
a real far,
Yeah,
man.
sorry. I've paid no dues in the comic book business. I did one self-published comic 20 years ago, and then I've done like a variant here and there. But my very, very limited experience working with Marvel and DC is they're fucking pussies. And
Whoa.
I'm never gonna work with them again. I guess I shouldn't say never, but I probably will not work with them again. What do you think about these artists?
Well, you might have just made sure of that.
What do you think about these young artists out here, like giving their like best work to these companies, and then like, you know, I know you've spoken very passionately about this topic before, but you know.
Well, I think, you know, I've been of several minds across many years about this, and I would say the most important thing, bar none, is to do your best work.
No matter what.
And if you spend some time doing it for you know, doing it and seeing that you don't own a piece of it or whatever, well then, you know, you've learned a lesson.
After hearing that question, you won't
But
mind
you
to
put
ask
your
about
time
candy
in,
corn.
you've
I know,
done
right?
good work and you've learned a lot. So have no regrets, and just move ahead and make your decisions based on what you've learned. But I think that an artist has to be an adventurer. You know, here we write all these stories about adventurous, bold people. We can't be a bunch of pussies out there, you know. And the artist has to go out and take chances, and sometimes these chances mean getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, I've got to say, I've had a very good experience, like dealing with DC. I've done more for DC than Marvel, but DC particularly. And to me, that's kind of.
Jock, sorry, I'm gonna backtrack. I love DC and Marvel. All right, keep going.
Pussy.
No, but like, it's an interesting thing because I get what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. You know, I think increasingly in the world that we live in, it's giving us more opportunities to do our own thing and get it in front of people where people will consume it, you know, enjoy it, and it's a different situation from what
Eye contact right now, guys.
That you know, they've also given me, I guess, you know, they've given me eyes.
Wait a
on
second,
my
that
work
chick's not
that
wearing a
would
mask.
maybe
That's not
been
fair.
able to get, you know, maybe I could have, you know, if I'd gone a different path. But like the analogy that I always use, and this might be a little bit too obscure, but like Marvin Gaye had to sing "The World Is a Great Big Onion" before he could sing "What's Going On." and like, you know, that like Barry
I don't
Gordy
think you
didn't
can
want to
see
sing "What's
those.
Going On." If he was a
Checkpoint.
new artist, that would not be in the world. And like, for me, there's always a middle ground, and I think that I try and just pull the best from all of it, and it's given me the position now where, you know, and like when you did Sin City, I mean, that was, I'd argue, springboard from what you had done before, and it gave us this incredible visionary piece that you know, I mean, I remember seeing that for the first time, and it just was like, you know, oh my god, and this is Frank.
Right.
This is Frank. This is, you know, I love Dark Knight Returns with all my heart. I love Your Data, but like when I saw Sin City, I was like, holy shit, yeah, this kid's sorry. But do you know what I mean? And you know, it's really interesting because I do wonder whether that would happen in the same way without Dark Knight Returns. But then you have literally gone the other way and seen great success from it. So it's all good.
Well, here's another example I've got.
How is that a question?
Because she happens to be taking a picture of us right now, but right in the audience there, we have a
Kelly, right
beautiful Carrie Kelly standing there. And do you think I wouldn't have wanted to make up Carrie Kelly? I mean, so by mixing it up with the whole Batman world and everything, I got to explore ways of storytelling and character making that made me leap far forward for where I was before, and made me that much more ready to attempt things like Sin City.
And Alita, I know, right?
So it's I think anything that gets you there and makes you better.
I guess I came out a little hot by calling out Marvel DC, but I guess as I'm hearing you guys talk, what I'm trying to get at is you as a writer are the best. You as an artist are the best. It's very innovative, but this is all before I ever met you backstage. It's just like my thoughts of Frank Miller and his legacy and what you leave behind and what you inspire is more than the writing, more than the art is the attitude. The attitude of just coming in and exploring and like, let's try this and pushing. And
There's no
like I said, my very
cosplay.
limited experience of working with the major companies is, I don't know if they would publish Dark Knight today, with the swastika nipples and all that. Like, I don't know if they would, like, it's just, there's so much pushback, there's so much fear, there's so much like, and it's just, it's fearlessness. You've inspired fearlessness in me, and I've been fearless in my career, and then I meet artists all the time, whether they're comic book artists, graffiti artists, illustrators, fine artists, and it's like, they're just ruled by fear, and then the galleries or the book publishers, so it's like, I want for you as just meeting you and like you being my hero, I want your legacy. It already is for me to be fearlessness, and just go for it.
Yeah, man. But I will say, so I'm currently writing and drawing my own Batman book, and obviously, Frank's shadow looms large when you take on a project like that. But DC, I've had to jump through no hoops. They let me do whatever I want, essentially.
Nice.
To a degree, But like, again, my experience has been pretty good, and they let you go off, I feel like. I actually feel comics are getting better in that way. I think there's more inclusivity, there's a more variation of styles and interest in storytelling, and and the companies, or at least the editors that are working on these books, realize that, and they're letting it flourish. Like DC have this black label thing, which is kind of like a slight sidebar to the mainstream stuff.
I'm sorry, I was moving, guys.
And you can take chances, you can do different stuff. And like I'd say now, a book like Dark Knight would be a black label book, for example, and so. Again, like I'm not sort of defending this, but my experience has been pretty cool. It's been good, which has been great.
I'm very happy for you.
Thanks, buddy.
What's up, LA? Frank Miller in Los Angeles. What's it like for you being back in LA? I know you did RoboCop 2, and the popular drug in RoboCop 2 was Nuke. Remember Nuke?
This isn't a selfie stick, this is my arm.
Oh, you got some?
So what, are we doing questions or anything with this? Is there anyone burning questions? Can we do that? I'm not quite sure what the setup here is.
I don't know.
Whatever we want to do. Does anyone have a burning question?
Do you want to take questions or?
No.
Wow, this crowd's wild.
Should I ask them if they like candy corn or the Jack Show? What should I ask, guys? What do you think? Should I ask them about the Jack Show or candy corn?
Anyone else? Do we have a mic, or does everyone have to scream their
Jack.
Let's go with screaming for now. Who's ever the loudest will,
Yeah, go.
Jack Show. Jack.
When was All-Star Batman and Robin gonna end? Oh, where? Let's go back to no questions.
What am I going to do if Jim Emerson calls me up and says, "Hey Frank, let's move ahead with this thing"? I'm going to, I can't, we can't do it, Jim. I was in LA and I blew the whole ending to a whole big audience. You know, we never talk about stories before they come out. Come on.
Where's your passion these days, Frank? Are you wanting to do movies, TV shows? Are you still into the superhero stuff? You want to work for, you know? Oh, okay. Sorry. Just what's like
I'll
the
just,
fire?
I'm looking at all the different possibilities that I think that I've been kind of taking a long view on comics and illustrated stories and all of that
Right.
in the past few years, and jump back in on some superhero stuff, some traditional superhero stuff, to get a taste of that. But also I'm looking at other things like, you know, it's like I know I've got to do a children's book.
You have to. You have to. I would love to see.
Because I'm a
Frank
big
Miller.
fan of the classic old illustrated.
Does anyone here want to see a Frank Miller kids book?
Thank you.
Yes. See, corner that market, Frank. Corner that market.
Oh, it's a big market, though.
Yeah.
I don't think one person's going to corner that one.
But with hearing what Jock's experience with DC currently is, you know, when I deal with people in film, television, the limited stuff I've done in comics, it just seems, my experience, tons of notes, tons of pushbacks. We love it. They always start with a positive. We love it, but can you dial this back? I'm just wondering, after everything you've done and everything you've accomplished, is there hidden scripts? Is there stuff you wrote in the 80s, 90s, the 2000s that just, you wrote it and they're like, this, we'll never publish this, or like, you know, we'll never buy this or make this? I gotta imagine that there is.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to me! Give me that shit!
No, they're staying that way. They're staying that way. You know, it's like they were of their time, and hell, some of them are just plain awful. So no, I'm not playing a nostalgia game. I'm interested in going new places with this stuff.
Got it. Interesting. Yeah, I have stuff in the vault that just, I'll just wait till I die. Someone can put it out or just burn it, you know.
So do you have any desire to draw any comics?
Yeah, what do you think I'm doing on stage? I'm at, you guys didn't hear me, basically, I'm shooting shot right now. I'll play the fucking nostalgia game. You got that shit in the basement? Give it to me, I'll draw it.
Wow.
Give it to me, Frank.
This is
I'm asking you in
terrible.
front of Los Angeles right now. I have too much respect for you guys. I have too much respect. Comic book artists are the greatest artists in the world. And I have so much fear walking into that space. I would like to, every year I go, this is the year. This is the year I'm gonna draw a comic, and then I tuck it back, I shrivel up. So, maybe if Frank gives me one of these horrible scripts that he's hiding, maybe I'll get my horsehair brush pen out.
Yeah, I mean, drawing a comic page it is tough, but also just to speak to what you were saying earlier.
Do I ask them about candy corn or ask them to say hi to the Jack Show? Put a 1 for Jack Show, 2 for candy corn.
Just pretty much do what I wanted to do, you know, and pretty, you know, like I don't know whether it's luck or whether it's just like, you know, I feel like comics support people that have a more sort of individual style, which is a really nice thing. And if you find people that like what you do, like people say like, oh, where do you get your style from? Like, I've got no idea. I just try my best all the time to make something that I think looks okay. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. But I do think that when you do that, that's the stuff.
Okay, I see all ones and only like 2 twos, so I'll ask them about the Jack Show.
When people will feel that, and that's what people respond to. And I feel genuine, not to like, you know, go back to the company thing, but I feel lucky that I've somehow been able to do that within that structure as well. You know, that seems very lucky to me, and I'd say that what Frank has always done is you've always been you. You know, like you can't deny that. You've always been undeniably you, and I think that's really special.
Thank you. Golly, Josh just said something really cool about me. You know, I think that when people talk about style, it's one thing that us artists like to do is we like to sound smart. We really like to sound smart. And so when people talk about their style, they'll often talk about how they developed their style and so on. And when you get down to brass tacks, people don't really. The only way to develop a style, my belief, is that it's by solving a long string of problems and an endless string of problems. But as you solve it, you often are coming up with particular solutions that are yours, and yours alone. Because there are a zillion problems that nobody can solve for you. And because it's your individual mind that came up with those solutions, your stuff looks different than other people's.
Yeah.
And hence you have a style. Whereas someone whose approach is completely borrowed from other people's, they'll say, Mac, I don't have a style, because it's all borrowed. It's all been around the block a few times before anybody saw it before. And so it's you know, there's that's my definition. I remember that one of my heroes in the medium said that an artist's style was nothing but an accumulation of his mistakes. So, you know, again, that's another debate we could all have.
Yeah.
Frank, I would love to know what your kids' book is going to be about. And also, do you have kids' books that you are into? What would this crowd be surprised that you're into? Pokemon, like Dragon Ball, Airbender. Because your sweater is amazing. Like, I don't know what character that is, but I'm like, Frank's into some weird shit.
She's here. I'm looking forward to meeting this artist.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know her name. What's it say on this?
It's like an angry bird.
Warble.
Oh, there it is. Rubiana. Ah.
Okay, what's the artist's name?
What's
Oh,
the
you're on the
artist's
spot
name?
now.
He's here?
They're here. Tell them to try out for artists for Frank's kids' book that he's working on right now on stage.
Are they right here in this room? Would they please stand up?
Yeah, someone go and get them. There
Someone
we
go get the artist that did
He's going. He's literally
Frank's,
running over
sweater.
there.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we go.
How much time do we have left? Have we got time for someone to run over the room and pull someone from the table and then devise a children's book live on stage? Like, is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, Frank, you want to write the show, the TV show live on stage?
This is
Daredevil.
such an awkward panel.
Daredevil.
Well,
Judging from Frank's body language, I think he's more into Warble.
You know, it's I can't see it happening anytime soon. You know, I had a good long run. In fact, 3 long runs on that character, and really, you know, it's a lot of fun memories. But it's
do you kind of feel like you said all you needed to say, or like? So I find one of the things about these characters.
Thank you, Chuck.
The longevity, your Batman's, Daredevils, they change and warp and can be manipulated with each kind of new generation coming through. And do you find like, are you thinking like you've
I
done
know
it,
Spike. That would probably
would
save
you
this,
see
even
him
though I
like
dance like a retarded penguin.
like maybe a different string to his bow note, something like that.
What the hell?
I think that was then.
That was then.
That I'm much more in the business of making stuff up now. That's what I want to do. I'd rather be.
How many people are in the room?
Future of comics than the past.
Yeah, well said.
What is the future of comics, right? Like for the kids out there, for the young aspiring artists and writers out there.
It's a David Cho comic. Come on.
What is
Come on.
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell them what to do?
No, just what do you see the future? Like what would like when kids ask me for advice on anything, I just like the world's changing so fast. I have no idea what to tell them. Like just do your thing. But what does that look like? Like I was at I get all my comics in LA, and there was a LA Times photographer there. I think this is when either Black Panther or Wonder Woman came out, taking pictures, and I was like, hey, can you ask before you start taking pictures? And he's like, oh, I work for LA Times. I go, what are you taking pictures for? He's like, I'm doing a story of just old guys like you are the only people buying comics anymore. I was like, oh, okay. So there doesn't seem to be any, when I shop every Wednesday.
The worst Jack show with this interview. This literally is a terrible interview, I'm not lying.
There you go.
I know.
Yes.
Yes. One kid in a sea of adults.
No, I see a few.
I see a few.
And,
I think the answer is...
There's another one.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry, 2 kids.
Yeah.
No, what you gotta understand, the road you're going on down right now
Yes.
is one that I've heard since I first got into comics, which is, it's over.
I'm not saying it's over.
It's always over. It was comic books were going out of business and nothing could save them. When I got my first
I did wave my
job
arms. He didn't acknowledge me.
in 1976, and then a couple of things started going right. The direct market.
Guys,
came along
I
and
put my hand up. Frank won't call, or
basically they
is it
chased
Frank
the
Cho
mafia out of
won't
this
call on me?
distribution.
But I did have my hand up.
And the comic shop saved comic books, and then the smaller publishers started popping up, and all of a sudden, like people like
Comicsgate.
us could start owning it all over, and had lifetime investment.
He sounds like Comicsgate.
And it seems like this crazy little art form has a way of staying alive. I think for a long time, shows like this kept me alive. The same way that surely the Star Trek conventions had everything to do with those damn movies happening. Because these people kept showing up in Starfleet uniforms, and eventually Hollywood said, look, there's an audience here. And so this is there is a cultish aspect to comic books, and we've shied away from that term in many ways because cults kill people, cults do bad things, but no, there is a cultish quality to it, which was like, all I can say is every religion starts out as a cult. So the fact that there's so much faith in comics.
You're our cult leader then. I'm proud to be part of this cult.
Yeah, I'm your Jim Jones tonight. That's what I really brought you here, this guy. All I mean though is that the same way that there are Star Wars comics who would not let Star Wars ever die, and Trekkies will never let Star Trek die. It'll take a long, long time if they do. you know, comics and the
There
attendant
it is.
fantasies are going to survive for a good long time.
Yeah, even in the sort of 20, 25 years I've been going to cons, that if they feel more vibrant these days than they did even 20 years ago. So I'm hoping that's a reflection of you know, more people enjoying this stuff. You know, I remember one of my first editors said to me, and this was kind of, I started working around year 2000, I think, yeah, it was a way more kind of male-oriented business at the time. You know, and it's I sort of love seeing families and kids and coming to these things now. It feels more appropriate. But he said you know, comics, it's almost like opera. You know, it might not always be mainstream, but there'll always be an opera house in a city producing amazing stuff. And I kind of like that. You know, like the art form itself is won't go away because it's very unique. You know.
You know why? Because comics are fucking awesome. You know, and like, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen every single, I don't care if it's good or bad, I've seen every like remake of a, you know, rendition of a comic turned into a movie, turned into a TV show. And I've seen Sin City made into a movie. I've seen all of Mark Millar stuff turned into TV shows. I've seen all the you know, cosplay, whatever, comics related stuff. At the end of the day, it's the last art form where you can say or do anything.
The Lethal
Create
Diva, I
worlds,
think
there's
so.
no editor, where it's all, this is your limitation, and so that's why I keep coming back to it.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That would be a great place
Frank's
to
the
end
cult
on.
leader.
No idea what
Let's hear it for our cult leader, Frank Miller.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Oh, is this? Have we found the person?
Oh, they found him. I wanted to ask him a question.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was the artist. Oh, it's just a credit card. Jeez.
Someone who lost the credit card right here on stage. They'll leave the wallet at the bar, whoever lost the credit card.
Yeah, that's mine.
Tashira Barnes.
Is there a Tashira Barnes in the audience? Huh?
Oh.
He's the audience. Oh, they are here.
All right.
They are here.
Hey, come up here. Come up here.
Come up. Come up. Before the end of the day, we're going to have a children's book. This is brilliant. Come on.
So this guy's going to draw Frank's children's book.
David chose to.
They won't
I'll
answer.
do the watercolor.
I've had my hand up, guys. They won't call on me.
I'll do the watercolors over Frank's art. I'm pretty good.
There he is. Come on. Let's get a round of applause.
That was your chance, Anna. Get your credit card. No kidding. Oh, Frank's meeting the artist.
Thank you. I have no idea.
What's your name?
My name is Arut Pantasirin.
Lovely to meet you.
That's very nice
Say
to
hello,
meet you.
everyone.
Great to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
What do you think about Frank Miller wearing your sweater on stage?
Oh, say it again.
What do you think about Frank wearing your sweater on stage at Ed?
I'm surprised. I'm shocked, actually. Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm so glad you like my character.
Oh, you can see how Frank is smiling up
I don't
there.
know who gave it to you or.
Who gave you that top, Frank? Who was it? Was it you? Did you secretly set this up? Come up.
Frank has expressed moving in towards children's books, so maybe he'll be the artist for his kids' book.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm promoting for this guy. I'm trying to help you out, buddy. I'm trying to be your agent right now.
Oh, okay.
20%.
We just got the notice that that's time on this slightly shambolic panel, but thanks everyone for bearing with us. I know, thanks for coming out. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
They didn't call on me. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I tried. Oh well. Here.
I want to say hi.
Hi.
I watch your YouTube all the time.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let me
Sorry, I didn't want
hold
to
this
sneak
with
up
this
on
one.
you.
Oh no, you're fine. What's your name?
Arma.
Arma?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for coming and saying hi.
Yeah.
I tried to get them to pick me to ask a question, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. It never works.
It never works. It did earlier, and I got totally destroyed by Ash.
Got it.
Oh shit.
How are you enjoying it so far?
I am. It's really cold in Pilot, but I have a lot to do. Oh yeah, it's been like a Oh my god. What are you buying?
I bought 4 Star Wars helmets.
Ooh, which ones?
Mando, Darth Vader, the X-Wing pilot helmet, and what else did I buy? Mando, X-Wing pilot helmet.
Boba Fett,
No,
Mando?
I didn't buy Boba Fett. No, regular Stormtrooper from the new movies.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for the Blood
smiley
Trooper.
face one.
Yeah, I was looking for the Blood Trooper and the Death Trooper. Couldn't find those.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I saw one person cosplaying as a Death Trooper, but I didn't see any helmets or anything.
So that I spent $1,500 on a card game, which is
Oh my
all the way
God.
over there.
What kind of card game was
It's
it?
called Nostalgics. It's a new game that it's on
That's
Kickstarter.
$1,000?
I donated $1,000.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Well, that must be a really good game. Oh,
Well,
there you go.
actually, it broke all the TCG records on Kickstarter. It's
What
almost at $1
is
million.
it like Catan?
Huh?
Like, what is this game? Here, let's
it
go.
plays like-
Let's go away from the
Okay.
stage.
It
Oh,
plays.
that's a cute purse.
It plays like Hearthstone and Pokemon together.
Oh, okay.
It's a new game. I just checked it out.
I have no idea.
That and I bought. I don't know if you've ever seen Reincarnated
What's
as
up,
a slime.
Comic-Con? We're almost
Have I
to the
seen
day.
what?
Are you guys
Reincarnated as
having
a
the time of
slime,
your
the
lives?
anime. Yeah. I dumped at least
Yes.
maybe $1 grand
Now,
on
I do
figurines
want to
for
be
that.
aware of
Oh
the
my
news
God.
And I bought a bunch of
now.
birthday gifts for my little
The
brother.
Legends of
Aw, that's
Karate
nice.
Kid tribute
But
to
was it
Cobra
all worth
Kai
it?
and Karate Kid
Yeah.
Okay, then
will
that's all
not
that
be
matters.
happening This evening. I'm so sorry.
I only get 2 times in the year where I get to spoil
But in 30
myself.
minutes,
Exactly.
Comic-Con and
come
Anime
back,
Expo.
Because it's going to be
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cosplay National
Well, Anime Expo this year, so most of the
Which
stuff has
Anime
been-
Expo?
Wait a minute. That's
Oh,
not
this
enough
one?
Yeah, but
excitement.
it was
I thought
always-
Cosplay
the last 2
National
years it's been
Champions
online.
It's going to be going down.
And there was no Comic-Con last year the following year, so I'm like, okay, I'm spoiling myself
We'll see you
this
back
year.
here.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
enjoy your content to help you keep creating what you do.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Do you want to? I'm live streaming right now. Do you want to answer a question for the live stream?
What is the live stream? Okay, what is the question?
Okay. So the question is, do you like candy corn?
It's okay. Not my favorite candy.
But you like it?
Yes.
Okay, that's the right answer. Thank you. Yeah, Ash said no very harshly.
Ooh, no.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
And what's your handle on YouTube?
I'm not on YouTube. I'm mostly on Twitch, but I fly around.
Okay. Well, what is your name when you pop up in the chat?
It's my name, Armand Khalid. It's my full name. Sadly, I had it for years. I haven't changed it yet. But on Twitch, I'm known as Silver Crow.
Oh, okay, cool. Silver
Like,
Crow?
instead of a C, it's a Q.
Silver Crow with the
Yeah,
Q.
yeah.
Okay. Did you want to get a picture or something?
Yes.
Okay, here.
Hold on. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3. Do you want to take the masks off?
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
That's
thought
fine.
that was-
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for
Thank
squatting
you.
down for me. I know I'm short.
I cosplay too, but I build stuff with my friends.
That's
Have you
cool.
seen Overlord?
Yes.
We made Aizelga.
Oh
we have
my
the
God.
giant
That's
freaking
awesome. How long did that take?
7 months.
Oh, Jesus.
But recently, one of our friends accidentally stepped on the shoulder pad, so the left shoulder pad got completely decimated.
That
so me and
sucks.
my friend wanted him to come here, but he's right now playing the new expansion for Final Fantasy. So he's like,
He's like, I'm in this, dude.
I'm in this. You go. Can I take the suit? No. And okay.
You're like, all right, I'll just go then.
Because you need a spotter. It takes 2 people.
Oh, I bet. Why does it fall off?
No, it's not that it falls off. It just that it's so huge that I
Oh.
can't do anything. I need someone to
Gotcha.
spot me.
Well, that sounds awesome. You should send it to me and tag me in it so I can see it.
I don't know how to contact you.
Just email me. It's thatstarwarsgirl@gmail.com.
That's Star Wars. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
So
super
YouTube
easy.
Yeah. It's just my 2 initials and my last name is mine.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, email me the picture. It was
I will.
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Thank you so much. You're so nice. All right, I got this back. Let's see.
Do you want to ask Skeletor, or did you ask Skeletor?
Is there Skeletor? Oh my God, Skeletor! Is Anna? Excuse me, Skeletor. Can I ask you a question for my YouTube channel?
Sure.
Okay, everyone, I'm here with Skeletor. Now, Skeletor, this is a very serious question.
Sure.
Do you like candy corn?
Who doesn't like candy?
Thank you! Ah, awesome. Thank you, Skeletor. I got it. At least Skeletor likes it. Now we need to find
Of
He-Man.
course he likes it.
Yeah? All right, what time is it?
It's gonna be 6 in like 20 minutes.
Oh shit, I gotta get going.
It's 5:36 right now.
I gotta get going then. Shit, I'm not sober.
Drink some water.
I hate water. I'll get sick.
You got your.
I'll throw up.
You have your meal.
Where are we gonna get water from?
I have water.
I don't want to put my water or my Mio in your water.
You
I'll
could
ruin
have it. It's fine.
Let's go find a water fountain or something. Do you think they have one here?
I have not found a water fountain because I've thought about refilling my.
Where's that jerky stand? If I eat something, I'll get sober. Or if I run around like 3 times. Okay, let's go. Follow. I'll follow you. Shit. I shouldn't have had that double. Oh my gosh! Hi! Let me turn this around. Look at it, it's a box droid. Hey, who's controlling this? You are? Hi. Hi. How cute! What is it on? A car?
No, it's a special scooter motors.
Oh, how cool!
Normally they do go on an RC car,
Uh-huh.
but this guy will haul 600 pounds at 5 miles an hour.
Holy shit!
So once we put a little luggage rack on him, my wife and I can throw all our con gear on him and let him do all the carrying.
Now that is convenient.
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you make other droids?
Yeah, we got a full R2-D2, my wife and I. I started building it and now it's hers.
Is that your guys' is over there, the BB-8?
That's whoever owns it, we're all over there. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are part of this one?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
everybody's got
awesome.
their own little droid. Let's see who's doing the BB-8. It's a girl. Where is she? So there's some red hair behind those 2 guys there with the hat.
Yeah?
That's her BB-8.
That's awesome. And you guys just like make these?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So there's plans that you can get, or there's parts runs that other people do.
And then they can make it themselves?
Right.
See, if I tried to do that, it would explode. Or just crumble.
This did explode the first time I got it, and then I
Yeah.
had a couple guys help me out and figure it out. Because I'm just an artist. I can paint, but
You're not making it.
electronics, no.
That's me. I'm like, once you get into, I can put in LED lights and that's about it.
That's my extent.
But
too.
making it, I'm like, nope. Not the fun part of my day. But this is really cool. Do you guys have like a website or anything?
Yeah, astromech.com.
That's easy.
This is the
At .net. Okay, got it.
And we're over there. That's the main one for our forum, but there's also droidbuilders.info, which links to the BB-8 builders, the R2 builders, the mouse builders.
Okay.
It used to be just the R2 builders, but everything got so crazy with the new movies that everybody had to specialize into their own droids because they're so complicated.
Yeah, no
Like
kidding.
Chopper there has his own site. The BB-8 builders have their own.
That's so cute.
But droidbuilders.info down there on the bottom.
Okay.
That's the address to get everybody.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
So yes. Oh, yeah.
Where are we going? Oh, I gotta pop my leg again. That was so cute. There's a box droid. Okay, I gotta do this without kicking anyone. Oh, that felt good. Okay. Oh, Oh, look, there's a squid on the ground. Where are we going? Jerk is food. I get sober, we drive home. This will be fun. Oh, there's Harley Quinn. I'm so fucking cold. Oh, there's a corgi! Oh, there's a puppy. Look, guys. Look at there's a puppy. Hi! Hi, nice to meet you. Who are you?
Nobody. I just. Okay.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
John.
John, nice to meet you, John.
Hey, Dana.